Once upon a time, in a kitchen so warm and cozy you could smell the happiness, there lived a little pizza named Pip. Pip was perfectly round, covered in bubbly golden cheese, and smelled absolutely mouth-wateringly delicious. But even with all that cheesiness, Pip was sad. His little pizza heart felt heavy. Every single day, Pip would hear the children who came to the kitchen. They'd look at him with wide eyes and say things like, "Ooh, pizza is so yummy, but it's not very healthy." Or worse, "Pizza is just junk food." Those words hurt. They made Pip's cheese droop and his perfectly baked crust feel heavy and soggy. He didn't want to be seen as just junk. One evening, as the last rays of sunlight faded from the kitchen window, Pip whispered to himself, his voice barely louder than the hum of the refrigerator. "I don't want to be called junk. I want to be more. I want to help kids grow strong and happy, full of energy for their adventures." That very night, after the house grew quiet and everyone was dreaming sweet dreams, a brilliant idea sparked in Pip's mind. It was a bold idea, a brave idea. "I will become the healthiest pizza ever," he declared to the silent kitchen. He was determined to change his story. Just as he made this promise, a soft creaking sound filled the air. Creaky, the giant refrigerator door swung open, and a soft, cool light spilled onto the floor. Out jumped a cheerful, bright red tomato, bouncing with energy. "Did I hear someone say they needed help?" Tomato asked, his voice full of sunshine and a big, friendly smile. Pip's crust perked up. "Yes, please. I need all the help I can get," he exclaimed, feeling a new wave of hope. Without a second thought, the friendly tomato rolled right on top of Pip's cheesy surface and settled into a big, red, happy smile right in the very center. It was the perfect start. Just then, another visitor appeared from the fridge. Hopping happily across the counter came green broccoli, looking like a tiny, strong tree. "I heard you want to be healthy. I'm full of strength," Broccoli announced proudly. With a little leap, Broccoli landed all over Pip's crust, creating a little forest of tiny green trees. Pip already felt stronger. Next, a shower of sunshine came raining down. It was yellow corn. The sweet little kernels sprinkled themselves everywhere, adding a splash of bright, happy color. "We bring the sunshine," they chirped as they landed. Then, from the corner of the fridge, black olives popped out, one by one. They rolled onto Pip like funny little eyes, winking and adding a playful touch. Following them, red peppers already cut into fun shapes danced their way onto the pizza, forming little hearts all over. Pip, now covered in a rainbow of new friends, cautiously peeked at his reflection in the shiny oven door. What he saw made him gasp with delight. "Wow!" He laughed a real happy laugh this time. "I look so colorful, and I look healthy." He wasn't just a plain cheese pizza anymore. He was a work of art, a vibrant mosaic of goodness. The oven hummed a soft, encouraging tune as if it was cheering Pip on. The door opened, and in he went. Soon Pip was enveloped in a warm, gentle heat. He became crispy. His cheese melted into a perfect gooey blanket over all his new vegetable friends, and the most amazing aroma filled the entire kitchen. He was ready. The next day, the children gathered around the kitchen table for lunch. When they saw Pip, their eyes widened and a collective gasp filled the room. "Whoa, look at this pizza," one of them shouted. "It's smiling at us," said another, pointing at the big tomato smile. "And look, it has a rainbow of vegetables on it." One brave child reached out and took a small slice. Everyone watched as they took the first bite. There was a satisfying crunch, a thoughtful chew, and then a huge smile spread across the child's face. "Hey, this pizza is super yummy and it's healthy," the child shouted with joy. That was all it took. Soon, everyone was eagerly grabbing a slice, their faces lighting up with every bite. The kitchen was filled with happy munching and laughter, and for the first time, not a single person called Pip junk food. They called him delicious, awesome, and their new favorite. Pip felt a warmth that had nothing to do with the oven. He felt proud. His cheese melted with pure joy, and his crust stood up tall and crispy. He had done it. He had become the pizza he always wanted to be. That day, sitting proudly in the center of the table, Pip learned a very important lesson, a secret he would carry forever. You, Dante, have to completely change who you are to be better. Sometimes all you need to do is add a little extra goodness, a splash of color, and a few new friends. And from that day on, Pip wasn't just any pizza. He was Super Healthy Pizza, a hero in his own kitchen, proving to everyone that delicious and healthy can live happily ever after on the very same crust. Thanks for joining us for this story. If you loved Pip's adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more fun stories. See you next time.